Hi, Chris, and everyone at the Spurs podcast. My thoughts on Tottenham this season. Absolute breath of fresh air. Really enjoyed watching them play. I think the turnaround's been incredible. The way they play, the energy, the courage to play on the front foot. It's been really, really good to watch. And if it wasn't for the disappointing injuries, I think they'd be in a better position. But it bodes well for the future. I mean, the manager, Ange, likeable, clear identity of how he wants to play. You can see that in the team, a work ethic that that every fan wants to see from the players, really going after teams, really trying to entertain and play on the front foot, which is exactly what you want and something you haven't had for so long now. So it's been a remarkable change, and all that without Harry Kane, of course. Everyone's saying that it was going to be impossible without him, or they've got to sign somebody, but with Son, Richarlison coming into his own now, the options in the forward line, Solomon's got to come back. The options in the forward line are pretty good. Obviously, Maddison's a miss. In January, centre-half's key, of course, to cover the likes of Romero and Van der Ven, although Ben Davies did a good job in there when he was asked to, but he's not really got that pace to defend one-on-one like Van der Ven does. So probably some cover at centre-half. I know Ange's already said that. Also, probably in midfield, Basuma and Sarr probably going off to the African nations, I think. So maybe some cover in there, even if it's a loan, depending on Bentancur's injury. And maybe an extra forward if there's one out there that's going to be better or compete with the ones you've got. But I think ultimately the positivity around the place is amazing because of what he's done. The manager deserves so much credit. In terms of aspirations for the season, I mean, I think a top four would be long-term better for the club than an FA Cup, although the fans, obviously, you're all desperate for a trophy, and understandably why, because it's something you remember forever as a fan and a player. But top four means that you get the opportunity to sign different types of players, because that lure of Champions League is key when you're trying to sign players, the financial aspect of it. And of course, all those wonderful games you'll get to compete in if you're in the Champions League. And also keeping the players you've already got. I think when the players start shining and thriving under Ange, the reality is that sometimes other clubs come. We've seen that with Real Madrid, for example, with players in the past. So Champions League will help keep that momentum and keep the players there you've already got. So, yeah, I think that's probably what I'd say, but I'm not sure you fans would agree. All the best. Cheers, chaps.